Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. Today's video, guys, as always, brought to you by BetOpenly.com, the world's first peer-to-peer sports betting site. If you haven't checked them out, guys, definitely check them out. Lots of action on there, lots of value over the weekend. So, all right. So yesterday, guys, not the day we were looking for in free picks. It looked for a while like we had a 2-in-1 day going, and then that transformed pretty quickly. Seattle and San Francisco. Look, you guys all saw that, I'm sure. We had the under in that game. They scored 15 points in the first three quarters and 34 points in the fourth. That is correct. 34 points in the fourth quarter. As a matter of fact, they scored more points in the last 2 minutes, scoring 21 points than they did in the first three quarters. So we got backdoored there. Jets looked pretty lackluster. They had the lead for a while and gave it up and then just went downhill from there. And same kind of story in Chicago, Green Bay. It looked like for a few minutes, with a few minutes to go, we were going to get the cover. And then again, last couple minutes of the game, just 2 touchdowns back to back. So went from, thinking we are going to have a great day to not a great day. Masterclass with our football and basketball, we did end up going 4-1. We lost an additional soccer game that I gave out the day before, so finished 4-2 in Masterclass on the day. We did hit our T in a play on Detroit, barely. That was the single worst ref game I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm honestly, I'm not going to go into conspiracies or anything like that, but it was weird. We'll leave it at that. That's the word we'll use for it. It was weird, the reffing in that game. But got the win there. So look, bottom line is, guys, again, we had another day, back-to-back days where we beat almost every single closing line. Okay, we beat almost every single closing line. All right. Seattle, San Fran, that line dropped 2 more points. Chicago, Green Bay, that line dropped 1.5 points. We had Detroit, then Masterclass, that line dropped 1 point. We had the Chargers minus 4.5. That line, I think that line went like from 4.5 up to 7. I'm pretty sure I closed at 7. We had St. Joseph's in basketball. We got the win there. That line dropped 1 point. We had Memphis plus 10.5. That line dropped 1.5 points. That was our only loss other than the soccer. And we had Monmouth and Siena to go over 151. That line dropped 1 point. So again, guys, at the end of the day, the results, they haven't been coming in the last couple days, but we're beating the closing line. We're finding value. And at the end of the day, guys, as long as you continue to do that, long term, you're going to come out way ahead. So it's really important, and that's why I tell you guys as well, you want to score yourself not just on your wins and losses, but you want to score yourself on how often you're beating that closing line. And I know some of you guys track it. I know for a fact some of you guys do, and I've told you in the past, track that because it's another metrics that you can measure your performance, okay? At the end of the day, look, your capping skills will make the difference between winning or losing, right? But there's going to be games where, there are 34 points scored in the last quarter. As a matter of fact, Action Network at one point showed that as a greater than 99% chance of winning. So, with that being said, I mean, you know what? There's things that are going to happen in sports. And you know what? We're going to be on the right side of some of those things, right? We'll be, we'll have an over one day and say, game was over and say la vie, and then we come back and they had 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes, right? And that's great. But if you continue to score yourself against the closing line, you can get a very accurate representation of how you're doing compared to, other sharps out there and the public, right? Because if you're placing a lot of bets and you're noticing that the line is moving against you more times than not, then you have to reevaluate how you're placing your bets, okay? And it's so important, guys. And this is the stuff amateur sports bettors, they never think of. They see a line, they bet it, and that's it. But the reality is, guys, for professionals, beating the closing line is everything, okay? Beating the closing line is so, so important. The giving up additional value, you guys have seen it. Like, when we went on, Masterclass went on that crazy run. A couple of the games we lost by half a point or 1 point. So again, finding that additional value, guys, is key. And it's hard. I mean, look, the last thing you want to do, I mean, a lot of you guys, you got full-time jobs, you got families, you got stuff. It's like, do I really want to sit there and look at what every closing line is and do that? And I mean, look, that's a personal decision. I do this for a living. So obviously, guys, that's something I'm going to do. But if you are looking to take your sports betting to that next level, it's something I would strongly consider doing, guys. It's not a lot of work, really. You're just looking at your lines versus the closing lines, and that's that, right? So anyways, guys, let's jump into it today. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, hit subscribe, hit that little bell for notifications. Today's one of those reasons, guys. It's about 12:45 Eastern Standard Time. So, this video will be up by maybe hopefully 1:15 or so. But we have a game going at 3 p.m. today, okay? So a couple hours notice, but again, turn on that little bell for notifications, guys, so when the video comes out, you can get these picks right away. The rest of them, you guys can wait on, no worries there. So here's the breakdown, guys. I have a total of 7 plays today, guys. We're going 4 free picks and 3 in Masterclass today, guys. So a total of 7 plays. All right, I'm going to get cracking, guys. The very first play we are taking in college basketball. We are going with Stanford -6. Okay, Stanford -6. Now, after my last speech that I just gave you guys, have a look around. If you guys got different books out there, there's still a few lingering 5.5s. Most 5.5s are gone, and why I'm giving the pick out at 6. But I was able to track down a 5.5, guys. So if you have multiple books, have a look around. Okay, I know sometimes it's like, I just want to get my picks in. But those half points can be the difference between, win or loss or a push or a win, So do that. All right. So anyways, guys, that game goes at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll have about 2 hours to get that in. Stanford -6. All right. Couple more college plays. Next play, guys, Fresno. We're going to take them on the money line. Okay. We're going to take Fresno money line. Multiple steam bets come in. I like this play, but I want to go money line on this. I think they win, but I do want to give us a little bit of insurance on that. The fact they possibly might not cover, but I think that they will. So we are going to go Fresno -150. Fresno -150 in this game. If you wanted to do like a little bit of a, break it up where you go like 25% on the spread, 75% money line. But for me, guys, I just bet it straight money line. I think at -150, it's a significant amount of value. Next game, West Virginia, Oklahoma State, guys. I have 6 different system indicators on this game. 6 different system indicators to go under 143, okay? So West Virginia, Oklahoma State, under 143, college basketball. There's also steam on the under. Now, you would think, okay, look, I got steam, 6 different system indicators. Right, why wouldn't you go 2 units? Okay, well, you know what? That is a circumstance where, in a lot of cases, I could see this possibly being a 2-unit play. I will tell you guys, it does fit into the college basketball super system. I know you guys haven't heard that in a while, but it does fit into the college basketball super system. So now you're thinking, okay, look, college basketball super system, 6 different system indicators, and steam. What's the deal here? The deal here ultimately is this, guys. Look, when I was originally handicapping the games and going through, I had this total coming in somewhere around this number. I think like 141, 142. But with all the other additional indicators on it, guys, I think that there's still value at this number. My hope was originally that I was going to see this total come in, 145, 146, even maybe 147, although that was a bit of a stretch. If it comes in there, guys, 2-unit play. But as it stands here, 1-unit play. Still has some value, though, on this game. So West Virginia, Oklahoma State, under 143. Finally, guys, we're going the NBA, and we are going to take Charlotte plus 8.5. Charlotte plus 8.5. We have 2 steam bets. 2 steam bets. 3 different system indicators. I really like Charlotte in this game, guys. So plus 8.5 on Charlotte. All right, so that's it for free picks, guys. If you are interested, I have 3 more NBA plays in Masterclass. 3 additional NBA plays. The busiest day we've had so far in in NBA, that's for sure. But we've been hitting the cover off the ball early on in NBA, so hopefully we can keep that going. Anyways, thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. I want to get this video up so you guys can get your Stanford bets in. And as always, guys, have a very lucky day.